Hello, everyone. Um, it's about 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Central Time, and I'm going to do an interview with a girl named Madeline Ledford who does singing covers, and I don't remember how I exactly came across her, but I have sent her an invite link, and so if you see me like on my phone, I'm probably making sure she's coming to hop on here. And yeah, thank you for joining and for coming in, guys. I really appreciate it. This has been something I've wanted to do for some time now, and I'm really excited to have her on as my first guest. Hold on. Probably is her. No, she's going to be a few minutes, so don't worry. She will be coming on. Yeah, she'll be coming in, but in the meantime, we can just chat a little bit. How are you doing, Brick Girls Go Stateside and Shining Through NK? It's been a while, so I'm sure you're busy. I'm doing well today. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I got my hair cut. I don't know if anyone noticed. Yeah. Went to the garden earlier today. Yeah. How are you doing, Shining NK? I know it's been busy. Yeah, it's been a second. It definitely has, for sure. Thank you, Rick Girls, that's Julie and Lucy. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it definitely has been a second though, Shining Through NK. It's been too long. I missed you. I know you're a busy mom and do a lot of other things as a teacher and a nurse. She's a busy woman, and she has a YouTube channel. I don't know how she does it all. She's amazing. And so our Brick Girls Go Stateside. I've gone on an interview with them, which was a great experience, and part of why I I don't know, I've always kind of had an idea to do a series like this, but their whole Share the Love Sundays on their channel is kind of an inspiration to me, and I'm like, well, I could do something similar like that, but with people that I've gotten connected with, and here we are. So this is hopefully the first of many interviews that will be on my channel. And yeah, hopefully soon our guest will be on. And I see her. Here she is.
Can you hear me? Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad. It took me forever. I was like stressing out so bad.
Oh, no problem. So, while we have her here, kind of let's get into, I guess, the questions. And yeah. So, So let's start. I know you do like singing covers. Is there like what genre do you like to do most?
Well, I try to cover what's popular, so that's typically pop. I have done like a little bit of contemporary Christian, which I love, and of course Christmas music, but mostly pop because that's just usually, what works.
Mm-hmm. So is there a reason that caused you to start like doing music, singing covers, or?
Well, I mean, I always had kind of wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I was always super like, I guess kind of embarrassed and shy about it. But finally, I got one of my friends who's also a musician to start a channel with me. And then we kind of couldn't always be together. So we just kind of branched off. And then I just really started making covers. But I just wanted to do something with music just because I love it so much. So it's just honestly just that I love it. And I finally got the courage to put myself out there.
Yeah, good for you. It takes a lot of courage. It took me a while to start this too. I mean, I started it back in high school, but it's been, the community is amazing. Just like
it is.
In the comments, thanks Shiny and Kate for coming through, and Sancho for coming through, and Brick Girls Go Stateside. Feel free to check them out after, Madeline. They're great.
Sure. Awesome.
Yeah, but. Yeah, and if anyone has any questions for her, also feel free to drop them in the chat. But we could just go on. I mean, when did you start singing at a young age? When did you start singing?
Well, so I usually just do fingerstyle. I don't have singing covers on YouTube. I'm not that brave, I do sing with my sisters. I have two sisters, and we've been just honestly into music, singing since we were kids. I mean, we grew up in church, and so that's super, that's just part of it. And my mom taught us how to sing different parts. So music has just been a part of from my life for as long as I can remember, honestly.
Yeah, I get that as well. I've been singing since 8 years old.
Wow.
Chicago Children's Choir is when I started.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I get it. It's really my sister encouraged me to try out, and if I hadn't, I wouldn't be doing singing covers. Also,
that's awesome.
Covers like you do on the channel.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I see we have a question from Les Sancho. He said hello to you, and do you have relatives in Oregon?
I honestly have no idea. I think I have a cousin who's moving to Oregon, actually. That's really random, but I have no idea for sure. I've a lot of people with the last name Ledford that I don't even know if I'm actually related to them or not, but I really don't know. I probably do.
Who knows? But that's a good question, Les.
Yeah, for sure. It's a really common last name in the South. If you can't tell by my accent, I'm pretty Southern. So, I very well could be related to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in Oregon. I know that. Shining through. It's so great to be here. Yeah. So when it comes to instruments, I can see behind you.
Oh yeah.
That, and are there any other instruments that you play?
Well, I play the guitar and the piano, the ukulele, the bass. I've played a little bit of the drums. I'm definitely not that great at them, but that's the guitar, bass, piano, and ukulele. Those are the things I play consistently,
Mm-hmm. That's so cool. I wish I could, if I could do middle school over again, I would have tried to play an instrument, but I was just my voice is my instrument. That's what I would say.
I mean, it is though. It really is. I mean, that's what everyone always is your voice is totally considered an instrument.
Mm-hmm. Brick Girls Go Stateside has a good question too about who inspires you.
Wow. Well, I mean, I love, like the celebrities, and Meghan Trainor and Tori Kelly are like my two like favorite singers out there. And I totally am inspired by both of them, just in other style too, not necessarily what I do with fingerstyle, but yeah, just mostly probably them. That's really all I listen to. As far as fingerstyle goes, I would say Andrew Foy, I think that's how you say it on YouTube. He's a really good fingerstyle guitarist, and he's pretty well known. So he's definitely one that inspires me as far as the style I play.
Fantastic. So, other questions. Have you encountered a challenge in a certain song with like finger playing?
Oh, for sure. I mean, there are so many songs that I'll just be like, oh, I want to cover this, but then it comes to a part that's like, and sometimes I'll have to, I feel like I'm cheating or something, but I have to work my way around it. And sometimes I just maybe can't do it at the time and have to just practice or just kind of just almost wait until I get a little bit better. But I've definitely encountered plenty, honestly, pretty much with every song. It's not just so easy. I've got to find a way around something.
Mm-hmm. Gotta welcome in James, who he's a vocal coach.
Yes, I see him on Drew's live streams all the time. So
yeah.
cool.
Yes. Thank you, Shining Through MK, for also saying to share it out. I appreciate that. If you could collaborate with any other artist, who would it be and why?
Well, I mean, like I said, Meghan Trainor and Tori Kelly are like my two favorite. I'm obsessed with them. And ultimately, I mean, that would be amazing. And there's also like, I mean, you may have never heard of him, but there's a contemporary Christian singer, and his name is Mac Powell. And he's just really cool. I like a lot of what he does. I would totally love to collab with him. And even just like, smaller, I've done some collabs with Kyle Walls. He's on YouTube, and I've done collabs with him. And I'm totally down to like collab, not just with big names and everything, like, anyone.
Yeah, that's definitely has that been really a good experience to like engage with other singers?
Yeah, it has. It's doing like YouTube and stuff. It has totally I've done so many things that I've been outside of my comfort zone. I mean, I've never done this before. This is so, I've never done a live stream like this or anything. So, I mean, just constantly having to push myself to go outside of my comfort zone because of YouTube, but it's really good for me. I mean,
Yeah, thank you very much for coming on.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to be doing it. I mean, we've talked a lot, I mean, I think we met through Drew's live streams, maybe.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Of course, on Instagram and stuff, but I mean, anyone watching doesn't know, this is like the first time we've ever got to like talk face to face. So it's super exciting to like get to meet people and make friends and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I really liked your background, by the way.
Thank you so much. I have one more. Well, my lamp is covering it, but had to do a music theme in my room, of course.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, if there are any other questions in the chat, I don't want to do the closing question yet because you can just have a conversation right now.
I see one question that says, where do you download your covers to avoid copyright? I get copyright claims a lot on my covers. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. And copyright claims, thankfully, it tells you they do not affect your channel because I get them all the time. A copyright strike will affect your channel, but I've never had one of those, just a copyright claim. And I just post them straight to YouTube from like iMovie, so I have no way of avoiding getting copyright claims, but I'm not monetized anyway, so it's not like it's affecting me right now.
No, I get that. I think that's happened with me too, and I've never had a copyright strike.
Yeah.
Either.
I get them all the time at first.
I hope we knock on wood, let's hope that it stays that way.
It's scary. Like when I first saw like copyright claim, and I was like, oh no, what have I done? But then it's like not affected, and I'm like,
yeah, it's definitely hard because you want to do the popular songs, and yeah, but you're gonna get that. I know that's something I've talked with Shining Through and Kate for, because she does like videos that are like reviews of the song. I know James also does that,
Mhm.
so I think that's something that most of the people who are with us today.
Yeah, it's such a struggle because the popular songs are how you want to get yourself out there, kind of. It really helps. People are searching what's popular, but everything is a copyright claim. Everything.
Mm-hmm. I think Sandra also asked, what type of music do you play?
Well, I play, I do fingerstyle on YouTube and stuff. And that's usually, pop or whatever. And then I also, play other styles when I'm not doing YouTube covers, of course. I like to mess around, I guess, with a little bit of everything, but mostly pop. That's just what works on YouTube anyway.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you feel comfortable with this, but Les Sancho asked if you could sing a song. You don't have to if you don't want to, but
I don't think I'm going to be singing a song today. I'm not super comfortable singing. Actually, when I sing with my sisters, I actually sing harmony. So, like the harmony parts are not super. It's just kind of, like it's just kind of there. I mean, to fill up the song, but I'm not a strong lead vocalist by any means.
and then Girls Go Stateside says, do you write your own songs too?
Honestly, not really. I would like to get into it. I mean, especially with the style I play, it's hard for me to just be original and, not start. And I mean, I'm always trying to learn covers, so I'm constantly playing what other people write, and so it's hard to come up with stuff that's original and not copying everyone else.
Yeah, I totally get that. I get so inspired by Drew because she's like so good at like writing. I wish I could write, but
She just comes up with stuff, and I see her she's on TikTok now and everything, and she's always just writing these songs or making up a beat or something, and I'm just like always just writing on her videos, like, how do you do it? Like, how in the world do you come up with this stuff? I just don't understand.
by the way, for those of you who don't know Drew, because I think some of you don't, we're talking about Drew Gulliver, and I can put it like her link in the description after this video. But yeah, she's a wonderful singer.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
has come out with some music. So
If it wasn't for her, I mean, we wouldn't be doing this, honestly. More than likely, who knows if we would have ever even stumbled across each other's channels. So it's super cool seeing some of the same people, in the chat, and, just getting to meet people from her videos and stuff, and just from YouTube in general. It's so cool.
yeah, you meet so many people from all over the world. Shining Through NK is from Canada.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful to see everyone also chatting, saying hello to one another. That's wonderful. Feel free to check each other out and support each other, because I know everyone who's in here is a YouTuber, so that's wonderful to see that. Yeah. Aw, thank you, Shine Through NK. It's so sweet of you to say that you're so proud of me. That's kind of. This is something that I really feel lucky to be able to do. So thank you, Madeline, for agreeing to do this.
Absolutely.
I'm super excited because this is not going to be the last one. I probably will have one next week as well.
I can't wait to see it too.
So, yeah, I'm really excited, and maybe more that in the works. I'm kind of talking to a friend about one that he has a label, and so he has to go ask somebody. So
Wow.
I don't know yet, but we'll see.
That is so awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'll definitely be looking out for those.
Thanks, James, for the applause. I appreciate it. And it's nice to see you here, especially because Madeline knows you from Drew Gulliver. It's really nice to see some from the music community and some from not music community.
So cool.
Yeah, I don't think there are any other questions, but I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, I was trying to make sure I didn't miss any, but I think we've covered all the questions in the chat for now.
Yeah. Wonderful, Shiny during K. I love to see more people connecting. So.
Yeah, for sure. I totally would like to check out any of these channels that I'm not familiar with. I would love to check them out after the video, and subscribe to them and stuff. That's so cool.
Looks like Brent Goes States. I said, is there an instrument you wish you had learned to play?
Well, honestly, I'm always still learning. I've one instrument that I've messed around on it a little bit. Definitely nothing special when it comes to playing it, but I really want to learn more of the mandolin. Because again, I'm from the South, so like I'm growing up with like all the bluegrass type of music and stuff, and so my uncle plays mandolin, and I love it. I don't have one. I need to get one so I can actually learn it, but that is one that I would like to learn more of for the future. Definitely a goal.
Well, I hope that goal happens. I'd love to see that if you end up doing it.
I know it would be so unique. I mean, compared to what I usually do, it'd be really unique to throw in there. So that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question, though.
Are there other genres that you would want to share besides pop, or you think you just want to do more pop music?
I try not to be. I honestly don't limit myself to just a genre. It's trying to cover what's popular. Honestly, that's the whole thing. It seems like, when you're doing covers, and every time I don't even think about it. And I went back through my videos and I'm like, these are all pop songs. But I mean, if something comes along, country, I don't listen to it much, but if something comes along, that would be great for a cover. I mean, I'm totally down to like branch out into other genres and cover other ones too. Not just pop. That's just usually what happens.
No, I totally get it. That's normally what happens when I do covers too. Like, it's hard to think of what other type of songs would be popular out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's Sancho asks, who's your favorite singer?
I keep saying them over and over, but I can't get away from Meghan Trainor and Tori Kelly. They're so different, but I don't think I could choose between both of them. I just love them both so much. So you'll see a lot of their covers on my YouTube channel. Anytime I can, I will cover one of their songs.
Yeah, strong women, for sure.
For sure, yeah. Super inspiring.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if there's not any more questions, we could always just end up closing it out. But
Yeah,
I
sure.
think like we're having, if anyone has any last questions, like you say on Brit Girls Go Stateside before we ask the like closing question.
Yeah, for sure. Any questions? We will. Okay, how long have you been playing? Well, I started playing when I was like 5, I think. I started kind of playing around on the piano. Definitely definitely no kind of prodigy. I would just, note around and kind of play stuff by ear. I never took lessons. I've never had any lessons. And so just kind of did stuff like that. And then between like the ages like 9 and 10, I kind of started to play the drums at my church a little bit. And I think probably around that age is when my dad taught me how to play the bass a little bit. And then when I was 12, I got a ukulele, and that's when like I really just that got me like so into it. Again, like I said before, music has just always been a part of my life, but like that is really when it just kind of came out of me, I guess you could say. So yeah, when I was 12, I got a ukulele, started playing that, and then by the next year, I started playing the guitar. And yeah, so I've just been playing those for the longest, and now I just can't stop.
I mean, it's an incredible like passion. Like I don't know, music has always been a part of my life, like since I was young. Also,
Yeah,
so it can just take over like that. I
it
guess.
really does, honestly. Like people who, I guess that have not really had music in their life as much might not understand, but it really does just like, it just becomes a part of you. Like it's just who you are kind of at a certain point. That's how I feel about it anyway. Like that's just totally who I am now. Like I honestly don't know like what I would be like without it. Like, I don't do much of anything else. I don't consider myself to be creative. I'm not athletic, but music is the one place I can that's just how I get all my creativity out. So I love it.
No, I totally get that. I've seen people that's their way of like communicating with the world, and it's a beautiful thing to see, because even if it's just one passion you have in your life, it means the world.
Yeah, for real. It does. Music is so powerful too. It's crazy how powerful music is.
Yeah, I actually have written a poem that was about like the power of music.
Oh, really? I love to hear that. That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it is awesome that you kind of taught yourself and also had some people teach you. That's wonderful that you were able to have that in your life.
Oh, it's been awesome. Honestly, pretty much my whole family is actually musical to some, certain extent. And so I have learned from people in my family. And then honestly, I've learned a lot from YouTube. I mean, I've always been obsessed with YouTube since I was a kid. So I've always been anything I can't learn, just go to YouTube, find a tutorial, and that's how I learned. YouTube it's a lifesaver as far as that goes. I don't think I would be anywhere near what I am if I hadn't watched all those YouTube tutorials.
Yeah, that's awesome. For real. Yeah, I think if there aren't any more questions, I'll ask the final question. So, if you could give a beginning musician a piece of advice, what would it be?
Well, the first thing I would say, as cliche as it sounds, is practice, practice, practice. I know everyone's always saying that's what everyone always says, but it's so true. And I have learned, if anything, this year more than ever, that a song's not always just going to fall into my lap and just be like, okay, I'm going to cover that, and it be that easy. Like I've learned that I'm going to have to work at it. I'm going to have to learn songs to cover, and it's going to be hard, and I have to practice until I get them down. So practicing, that really, when people say practice makes perfect, it's completely true. And one more thing I would probably say is if you are contemplating on putting yourself out there, like on YouTube or whatever it may be, just do it. Go for it. I waited for so long, and then I finally got the courage to do it. But YouTube has I've grown. I don't think I would be anywhere near the musician I am if I wouldn't have started YouTube, because it pushed me to have to put out content, and it makes me wonder, where would I be if I would have started a channel when I wanted to, instead of waiting because I was too shy or embarrassed or something. So I say, if you are contemplating it or just shy or something, just go for it, because you never know what could end up happening. You don't want to waste time. So that would be like the biggest tip, I would say, for sure.
No, I totally get that, because that's why I started my channel, because I wanted to share my voice with the world. But when I was younger, I was a lot more quiet, and I would not have had the guts to do what I'm doing right now.
Oh, I know. I mean, like I said before, like I've never done this before. I mean, this is my first time, and I mean, when you asked me, I was like, I want to. I'm shy kind of about it, but I'm like, I've never done it. It's out of my comfort zone, but I need to say yes, because you never know what it can lead to. And it gets me out of my comfort zone. And plus it's just super cool. So like you said, like I never would have thought that like a few years ago that I would have even had the courage to be doing this. So it really does. It grows you a lot, I would say.
Yeah, it grows you in many ways. I mean, you might get comments or dislikes, and the first time that might bother you, but over time you realize that that's just gonna happen, and it's not. You can't take it personally, because it's not about you. It's probably something that's going on with the other.
Exactly. That's so true. Yeah, I mean, you can't please everyone, I guess, and if people are going to voice their opinions, you just have to let it go, because I've gotten some dislikes. I don't think I've ever gotten any like hate comments, thankfully, but I'm prepared for that to happen some point in the future. But like you said, just it could be something personal going on with them, and also like you said, it's going to happen. It's kind of just part of it. So just can't let people like that affect you, because there's so many more good people that I get comments from, and it's the experience has overall just been incredible. I've had so many nice people that I've met through YouTube. It's been awesome.
Yeah, and speaking of nice people, another person joining us, Dan Permaculture Food Forest. He does gardening. He has a really cool channel. He's down from Florida. So yeah, tonight we have people from all over the country. Arizona,
So
Canada, Oregon, Florida, yeah. So
that is so awesome. I love that.
yeah, that's what's wonderful is you meet all these people from different live streams, and Les Sancho does them regularly. That he started doing things where he brings people in also.
Yeah.
I'm actually going on in July on his channel.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Yeah, so and like you said, I wouldn't have had the courage to do that some time ago, but I tried it one time on Brick Girls Go Stateside on Valentine's Day, and I'm like, if I get the chance to do this again, I'm not gonna say no. It's a wonderful experience.
For sure. That's how I felt the first time I did a collab. I was so like nervous, and then I did it, and I was like, wow, that was like really cool, like and I learned stuff from it, and yeah, it's just really cool. Once you just do whatever it is that's maybe you're shy about or whatever, like once you do it, you're like, that wasn't bad, like that was awesome. Like makes you regret not doing it sooner.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, it's wonderful that we both got the courage to bring and share our voices out here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was wonderful to have you on.
Thank you so much. I was so excited to do this, and I've never done a live stream, so I'm super excited that my first live stream was with you. So this is awesome.
Yeah, thank you for making the first live stream with me. I appreciate it, and it's been a great time. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And probably we'll have one next week at the same time. I'm still finalizing it, but keep posted on my Facebook and or on my YouTube page. Yeah. See you guys.
Bye, everyone.